While posing for a photograph, a man shifted his position slightly, accidentally stepping on something that made a distinct clicking sound. The woman thought the photographer had taken the picture, but the photographer explained he hadn't pressed the shutter. That noise came from stepping on a landmine. The man assumed this was just a prank from his friends. How could there possibly be landmines at a tourist spot? As he was about to move his foot, his friend quickly stopped him. After brushing away the grass beneath the man's foot, they discovered there really was a landmine underneath. The man began to panic. The photographer calmly told them not to worry, saying he would go find staff members to help. But instead of seeking help, he ran to a nearby hill, pulled out binoculars, and began observing the situation from a distance. Meanwhile, the man's friend suggested they search for a cell signal to call emergency services, which would be faster than waiting for staff. After unsuccessfully looking for a signal, the friend returned from the woods with a shovel and, to everyone's shock, thrust it into the ground. It became clear the friend had planted the landmine himself. He confessed that he had always been in love with the woman, but she never noticed him, focusing all her attention on her boyfriend instead. He revealed that he had even sacrificed promising opportunities for her sake. The friend left the shovel with them, casually removed the landmine safety pin, tossed it into the woods, and walked away down the mountain without looking back. The man urged the woman to leave, saying there was no need for both of them to die in the explosion. As they were trying to figure out what to do, a hunter suddenly appeared. They thought he might be their savior, but he would only make their nightmare worse. Seeing the woman holding a shovel, the hunter assumed she was threatening his dog and immediately aimed his rifle at them. The woman quickly explained that her friend had stepped on a landmine, and she was using the shovel to keep the dog away to prevent it from bumping into him. The hunter laughed, claiming he had been hunting in these mountains for over a decade and had never heard of landmines in the area. Although skeptical, he lowered his gun. When he learned the woman planned to dig a hole for the man to jump into, he laughed again but took the shovel from her. In the next moment, the hunter threw a stone at the man when he wasn't looking. Seeing that the man remained frozen in place, the hunter finally believed he had truly stepped on a landmine, and more importantly, realized the man wouldn't dare move no matter what happened next. The hunter took the woman behind some rocks and assaulted her. Standing on the landmine, the man couldn't move to help her. Hearing her screams, he felt like his heart was being torn apart. He gradually managed to hook the hunter's rifle with his foot and finally reached it. But just as he prepared to fire, the hunter's dog suddenly charged toward him. This thrilling film is called Dead Mountain. If you enjoyed this summary, you might want to watch the original movie.